Welcome back. It's favorites time, so let's just get going.
Okay, do you want to start?
Oh, okay. Right, my first thing is from the new Aven product range, which is not new in the world, it's just new to South Africa. We're very, very happy that this range has come to the country because it's amazing. It's a French pharmacy brand, if you don't know it very well, and they produce all of their skincare using water from a spring in France that has a very soothing mineral composition. Yeah. So it's very good for people with eczema or any kind of skin issues. It's very, very soothing and calming. Strangely enough, of all the products, and I love everything, but the thing I've used the most is the hand cream, which I really didn't expect to love as much, but I do. It's really, really good. It's called the Cold Cream Hand Cream, and it says for dry and damaged hands. So my hands get quite dry and kind of wrinkly going into winter, and I use this, I put it next to my bed and I use it every night before I go to sleep, and it sinks in really quickly, totally non-greasy, but also very rich at the same time. So it's lovely. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, I use it also.
Yeah, it's great. So a really good range.
I have two hair products. I'm actually going to do them together because they're both by Redken. The first is the Pillow Proof Blow Dry Spray, and the second is the Body Full Volume Amplifier. We are going to actually be giving these away together with another host of Redken products very shortly, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But in the meantime, I found with dry shampoos, particularly Batiste, if I use too much of it, my scalp gets really itchy, and then I sit there and I'm like, don't scratch because people are going to think you have lice, and it's horrible, but it really upsets the pH balance of my scalp. So I wanted to try this one from Redken, which is a 2-day extender. It's amazing. It's almost completely transparent, so it doesn't leave any residue or any kind of color in your hair whatsoever.
Invisible.
Yeah, it's invisible. I think it reminds me of the Collab one.
It's exactly like Collab,
Yeah.
And Collab you can't get here, so it's a really good alternative. It's just, you can run your fingers through your hair.
And there's no grit.
And there's nothing there.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's very light.
Yeah, very light and really, just a sensational product. But it's a truly fantastic dry shampoo. Definitely the best one I've ever tried. And yeah, can't recommend it highly enough. And then this is a thickening lift spray. Unbelievable.
So good.
Unbelievable. Completely weightless, as you would expect. Sometimes with volumizing products, they make your hair almost too dry because they sap out all the moisture and make it quite crispy. This doesn't do that. It smells delicious.
It's like texturizing without being crunchy, and again, it's a very lightweight product. So I use tons of different texturizing sprays. I don't mind things being crunchy, but that one isn't, and actually I really, really like it. It's so good. The next thing I have is from Max Factor, and it's their Facefinity Primer, all day primer. It's got SPF 20 in it, which I really like. It has been compared to the Hourglass
Mineral Veil.
Yeah, the Veil primer. I've never tried that. I've swatched it, I think, in a store once, but it certainly is also like a kind of light fluid. It's got silicone in it, so the best way to use it is a very, very fine layer all over your face, and also kind of smoothing it on as opposed to rubbing, because it will start to pill if you put too much on, or it isn't kind of even all over the face. It is amazing at extending the wear of your makeup, but more importantly, it gives the skin kind of an airbrushed effect. I've got quite large pores here because I've got an oily T-zone, and you can't see them. Under your foundation, it just looks really smooth and kind of airbrushed. That's the best way I think of describing it. I use one pump all over my face. This bottle will last for ages and ages. So really like that. So impressed.
Yeah, I'm gonna hunt that down. Next, the Loopy from Chanel.
Pretty.
This is the color Adrian. It's from their new Rouge Coco collection. There are 24 shades, each named after a friend, lover, muse, someone who was very close to Coco Chanel. This is basically my favorite color. It's just a really nice apricot-y, kind of more nutty colored nude, and it's very moisturizing. It's also very expensive.
It's
but
bigger
I love
than
it.
the Rouge
It
Coco
is.
Shine.
It is. I think I don't know if there's necessarily more product, but it's bulkier. The packaging is definitely bulkier than Rouge Coco Shine. It's also got this really satisfying.
My next thing, and strangely enough, Camilla has a very similar thing in her favorites. I can't remember if I've put this in the favorites before. I must have. But it is the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. It basically, these kind of foundation sponges, and it'll be the same with the Beauty Blender, just give your skin a completely flawless appearance. It makes your foundation just go on incredibly evenly and just looks beautiful. You use a damper, that's very important. This one's got like a pointed tip, which is really good for getting kind of under the eyes, and then it's got this flat section, which is really good for kind of getting over the large portions of the face. It's wonderful. I was a bit rough with it the first time I cleaned it, and I actually split it a bit there. So I've ordered a new one, and the good news is you can now get these in South Africa. You can get them at selected Foschini stores where they have stock, and you can get them at a website called Biovia. I think Biovia. I've ordered one from them, but it's currently on back order, so it hasn't arrived yet. But they're like 85 Rand on that website, so check it out. They've got a South African warehouse, so there's no customs.
They're 130 in Foschini.
Yeah, so this is a great product. So compared to the Beauty Blender,
I think they are completely equal. I don't think there's any difference between the two. The only reason I'm using this one currently is I ordered a double pack from 27 Pinks a while ago, and then my Real Techniques one just got super moldy. Completely my fault because I'm not really able to dry it in the sunshine after I wash it, because I wash my brushes at night, and then in the winter there isn't really any huge direct sunshine in my flat, so they just are always kind of damp and they get moldy. Anyway, but yeah, just fantastic. Give a completely different finish to your foundation than any brush ever will, or fingers for that matter, I think.
Takes a bit more time and patience.
Takes a bit more time, but I think it's definitely worth it. And particularly I love this for under the eye for my concealer, because it just makes it look dewy.
My next thing is this LA Girl Pro BB Cream, which I got a discount. How much is it?
65?
Yeah, something like that. So cheap. Comes in tons of colours, including lots of colours for darker skin. This is neutral, which is perfect for me at the moment. I've used it every single day since I got it, about 6 weeks ago. It's actually nearly finished, but I don't care because it's 65 Rand.
Well done.
It's really, really good. Nice natural finish, very skin-like. I've got combination skin, so it goes perfectly on me. You didn't enjoy it so much because your skin's dry.
No, also it just wasn't, it didn't have enough coverage for me. I want my skin to look completely airbrushed, and this just looks like skin.
Yeah, see, I don't like heavy coverage. I like you to be able to see my freckles and stuff. So this is really nice. It's not that buildable, but if you like natural coverage, and certainly if you're on a budget, this stuff is great.
My last favourite is a combination. It's two blushes, actually both of which were birthday presents from Julie. The first, I've never even heard of this brand, I'm ashamed to say, Makeup Revolution London, and it's a cream blush palette.
It's only available in Superdrug, by the way, this brand.
Yeah, so there we go, I think you can see. So it's got a really good shade range. There's kind of bubblegummy pinks, which I don't like, but also rosy, tawny, apricot-y kind of nude blushes, which is just perfect.
All very wearable.
All very wearable and excellent, I have to say. I think, how much did you say this was? £6?
£6.
I don't know how they even make it for that little bit, but the consistency is great. They actually are surprisingly long wearing for a cream, and they blend really well. Yeah, just super, super happy. I've been using them all month. And another favourite
I got the powder version of that palette, by the way. It's also lovely.
It's this Max Factor blush, which also sadly is not available here yet. But
do you think it's coming? I seem to remember someone from Max Factor saying it was on its way.
This is the Creme Puff blush in Lavish Mauve, and it's a really beautiful kind of wearable natural blush. I'm wearing it now.
I'm wearing nude mauve.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Just very subtle. They're supposed to be a dupe for the Hourglass Ambient Lighting blushes. Having not used them, I can't say whether or not that's true, but they really do give a beautiful natural glow.
That's two Max Factor products that are dupes for Hourglass.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting. Okay, my last favourite is something I have wanted for so long, and I'm so happy it didn't disappoint, and it is the Antipodes Aura Manuka Honey Mask. This I bought, I think, from Feel Unique, which does ship to South Africa, so if you are prepared to put up with the post office, then give it a try. It's described as a mask that fills the gap between cleansing masks, clay masks, and moisturizing masks. So it's kind of a combination of all three. It smells totally delicious. It actually smells a lot like the Aesop products.
Oh, it does smell it's almost exactly like
God, it's so delicious. And it's very creamy, and it just it leaves your skin feeling healthy and delicious. I don't know how else to say it. It doesn't. It's a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit radiant. It's a little bit moisturized. It's definitely cleansed. It's just. It makes your skin feel amazing. I think it's quite heavy on the essential oils, so if you're sensitive, it might not be for you. But it's it's just really creamy and wonderful, and it smells good, and it's a pleasure to use, and I absolutely love it. It's as wonderful as it has been described. So very stoked with that.
I think we're done.
Is that it? Okay, that's favourites for April. We will see you guys next month. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.